All right, y'all. We back in this thing again. This is Barbershop Sports Politics back with another one we're going to hit you with. Will Luke Walton make the entire season as the Lakers coach? It's your boy Young Lion, the leader in here. We got Smoke Cliff in the studio. We got special guests coming in later. Y'all just, get ready. This is what it is, So, Luke Walton. We got a few things about Luke Walton. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm just gonna pass the question off as blank right now before I put my color to it. Pass it off to Smoke Cliff. What's up?
Yeah, man. Luke Walton, he won't be here. Well, let me not say he won't be here. I think he'll probably be here for the rest of the season. I don't think that anybody says that he's one of the top coaches in the league. I think he's smart. I think he instantly makes a staff better if he's on it. I just don't think he has the cachet or he's built up the resume to be somebody like a LeBron James coach. As you can see through LeBron James' history, he has particular coaches that he can deal with, that he can tolerate.
All right, I go back to this. We can go back to this now. His last coach didn't particularly have a whole lot of coaching experience either. Now, so we could say that too. So it's not like what's the man that just got fired from the Cleveland Cavaliers? Tyronn Lue didn't have a whole lot of experience himself.
Right. I mean, the thing is, Ty Lue had a lot of experience as being on a staff, being an assistant. He had a lot of experience. The thing is, it's who you're coaching. If you're coaching these young guys, yeah, you're coaching a seasoned veteran. This is the Rolls Royces of the cars. This is who you're coaching. And you see a nice Benz, a nice young Benz, and that's more your lane, is what I'm saying. I don't think necessarily that Luke Walton has built enough cachet.
Okay.
To coach somebody like a LeBron. And not just LeBron. The biggest thing is Magic Johnson. Magic Johnson has a resume. He don't this man resigned after 16 games. When he was coaching the Lakers, he resigned after 16 games. Because you know what? We were 5 or 11. I can't do this.
Yes.
I can't do this. I can't do it. I'm not no loser.
And that's exactly how I feel. Like I really do think there's a certain threshold. I think if he gets 6 games under 500, that he's gonna get fired. I think that is dramatic in the Western Conference. You can't come back from 10 games under 500 in the West trying to win the what you gotta do. That means you gotta run off 15, 16 games. You know what I'm saying, out of 20.
I think they only 5.5 games. They only 5.5 games out of first place though. And
yeah, I feel
right now it's not.
That's with only 11 games played. Now you know what I'm saying.
Exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That is a pretty good deficit with 11 games being played. You know what I'm saying. They ain't gonna do nothing but get faster with Golden State because they're not gonna lose. So I give it. I do. This is why I do blame Luke Walton. Now I'm gonna get specific with the things I do blame with Luke Walton. I feel like he plays his lineup as he has an obligation to play players, and if he got anything from being the coach of the Golden State Warriors, he should see that. You could play for the Golden State Warriors and you may get 30 minutes 3 nights in a row and may not see the court for 4 nights. You know what I'm saying? And that's just particular on how matchups are and how who's hurt, who's healthy. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff. Really, that's the only thing that makes the difference on whether if you're on that bench, you can't guarantee you're not guaranteed any type of time. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I don't understand why he is trying to play especially when you go through the game and you kind of see what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel for poor Lonzo. You know, I just do. I just think that they, as a point guard, that to get a rhythm like that, you got to come out there, and you're basically determining almost who's playing better by who's scoring or something like that. I don't know what it is, or I don't know what it is. So, because I just personally think that that Alonzo vibes better with LeBron because he doesn't need the ball. When the ball does come to him on the other side, he makes very quick decisions on what has to happen, and it plays fast. So I I just am I'm for Lonzo actually getting 30 minutes. You know what I'm saying, on a regular basis. I don't think that you get a number two pick and then in the first two seasons you never actually play him 30 minutes a game.
I think
That makes no sense to me. You can't even tell me like they give every top pick like that opportunities. I don't think he's even gotten an opportunity to truly fail because he has never played 30 minutes a game. So this is going into the second year.
And you're talking about Lonzo.
Yes.
The thing is, I put more blame, and this is gonna sound coming from one of the biggest LeBron James fans. I think LeBron is stubborn. I think he meant well when he said he wanted to play more off the ball. But it's hard to teach a old dog new tricks. When he sees something, he just turns back into, the previous LeBron. He's not playing off the ball. He's not giving. He's not showing the young guys. He can say the right things and tell them, hey, I see this in you, but when it comes down to it, everybody can get their own shot, and they looking at LeBron like, we need you off the ball, bro. You know what I mean? We need you to practice what you preach, bro. We need you to stay in that corner. We need you to stay on the wing. We need you to hit free throws. This is what we need from you, LeBron. LeBron, you got to come through in the clutch there. And Luke Walton, this is what I mean about the cachet. It benefits them so much to a degree when LeBron is playing off the ball because everybody can break down the defense. So LeBron being one of the best hockey passers, hockey assist men, or he's able to pass the ball a lot more direct, more efficiently. He knows where he's going with the ball basically before the ball even comes to him if he's playing off the wing, which helps everybody. These are a lot. You got a lot of slashers. You got a lot of cutters.
But I hear all this stuff. What does Lance Stevenson have to do to get some fourth quarter minutes? Look at what he almost come out and win the game in the third quarter.
Man, I seen a game.
And he can't get no fourth quarter minutes.
I seen a game. I want to say it was the Portland game. He wasn't in the game, and it was pretty close at that point. All you seen was his head down, with his head in his hands. I'm like, yeah, that's not good. That's like Lance Stevenson. He was gonna be playing in the fourth quarter wherever he was at, except for where he is now. He played in every fourth quarter. Like that's what you know him for. We talk about him for the antics, but he's there in the fourth quarter.
He hasn't been completely atrocious on shooting threes. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he hasn't. So, I mean, like Brandon Ingram. Brandon Ingram and LeBron have been horrible shooting 3 points. Both of them, you know what I'm saying, need their butt whooped, to be honest with you, man. Because them 17 and you got to work on something like that. You know what I'm saying? You got to work to shoot 17 and 22%, man. You gotta be doing something. But the other thing that we do know that I do know that nobody else is calling attention to is LeBron James broke his hand at the end of the finals last year. We haven't seen him since, and maybe he won't get that jump shot back. We expecting what's the name? He did break his hand in the finals game, and then played, 3 more games with a broke hand. So that is, that probably wasn't healthy. If it actually was broke, so man, my God, we don't know. We don't. I don't know what to get from LeBron.
I mean, it was a fracture. I don't think.
But this is personally how I'm feeling. LeBron, if your hand is hurting, man, let us get Zion Williams, brother. Sit out. Sit down, bro. You might as well go and let us sit down.
Man, that's over. Boston gonna figure out a way how to get Zion Williams. Then,
no help, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Then they gonna trade. They might get rid of. They might get rid of Jaylen Brown and somebody else, and just keep stacking.
All right, so let's see. Let's look at the culpability of people. Do you want to put a percentage to it about how much percentage you think? Let's divide it up between Magic Johnson, LeBron James, and Luke Walton as those being the three main people. And then anybody else you think you should throw in there, or the rest of the Lakers? How about that? How about let's put those four categories: the rest of the Lakers, LeBron James, Luke Walton, and Magic Johnson. Who is culpable right now for the slow start?
Of course, it's gonna be Luke Walton because the coach walks away with the wins and the losses on his record. Mm-hmm. So of course it's always gonna be the coach. But I would have to give LeBron James the most.
So what percentage?
Biggest percentage. I would say this is 65% LeBron James.
65% LeBron.
35% Luke Walton.
35%.
And
I don't know, man. This is the thing about it that I just think that close games, I've always been taught losing close games is coaching. And like every game they have, 1 and 2 point losses, 3 point losses, that type of stuff is a lot of coaching. And then I guess and the players, you know what I'm saying? So you would say that, but this is the whole thing, that this is the one that everybody else has argued, along with Shannon Sharp and other people would argue that LeBron James was a closer. I never thought of him as a closer. I thought that him coming to LA as a closer was a actual challenge, but I thought he was ready to take the challenge. I thought it was a challenge to come to the team and you actually be the person that has to close all of the games, So and not actually have all of those shooters and stuff that you're gonna have to depend on them to shoot it, because basically, if you don't have a whole lot of shooter, you really have to be a shooter yourself, because likely you're not going to continuously get all the way to the basket. The only way you get to the basket is, with your jump shot. Like LeBron needs to start hitting his jump shot to the point that he can pump fake and get to the basket. Like, I think that's where he has to go. I don't know if you're thinking anything else other than that, especially with this team. As far as dividing up the percentage, I'm going to say I'm probably going to give, because I think Luke Walton could do 1,000 times better with the rotations. I thought that when they had the fight and you had the people came out, I thought a lot of things should have came clear as far as, making the teams or whatever. I particularly, if I had won a few games like that in a row, when those starters came back, I would not have messed the chemistry up of that. I would have put the people on the bench and let them come off the bench, and those that played well enough to force their way back into the lineup, I would let them force their way back into the lineup. But I would not have messed up the chemistry of what was going on, because we hadn't had any type of role before then. I don't know, man. That's just kind of how I look at that situation. So I really don't think that Luke Walton is gonna make the end of the season, man. I'm not sure because I think that realistically he is going to mess it up too early in the season. I think that if he can make it to January, the team might look totally different and it may be a whole lot easier job to coach. But you got to make it to January. You know, you got to make it to January to when they made some trades or something and cleared up the lineups. You know, obviously they prepared themselves to be able to trade the way that they have so many interchangeable and pieces and 1 year deals. So.
Yeah, I'm still gonna give it to LeBron though, man.
You gonna give it to LeBron?
I'm gonna give it to LeBron, man. I never thought Luke Walton was the right coach for LeBron. I just if it was a team without LeBron, yeah. I think he needs a vet coach, man. He needs a trusted, vetted coach. I'd actually like to see Ty Lue, Mark Jackson. I'd like for them to, I really would.
Like to see Ty Lue, Mark Jackson. Yeah.
I mean, B. Shaw. I think B. Shaw done been on enough winning organization, staffs to be
I do think Luke Walton did not take advantage of being at the Lakers. If you're at a franchise like this, your assistant coaches should be head coaches, former head coaches. Like, he should have taken more advantage of the fact that he could have gotten former head coaches to be assistant coaches. And if he was a real, he wouldn't be scared of it if he wasn't, He's putting people there that he's not scared to take his job instead of people that he knows is going to help him win. It's not very many franchises that your assistant coaches pay enough that they're going to former head coaches will take those positions. So and if you look at Golden State has had a former head coach on their team as assistant for the last 7-8 years.
Right.
Good former head coaches. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that Luke Walton did not, and that's one thing. Even though I do like Brian Shaw, and I'm mad that he has not gotten his shot. The truth is he hasn't gotten his shot, so you can't even, with all of that, he's still I just think he could have, he could have gone out there, man, and gotten some nice people.
It was some reports I was listening to ESPN, Stephen A. talking about. Basically, he got a message about, he talked to people and had some sources saying that basically it's his staff. Magic wasn't comfortable. Magic and Pelinka wasn't really comfortable with the staff that he handpicked. So I guess he has a lot of handpicked people who he just has a relationship with. Maybe that's the situation. And Magic's like, we really want something different. Rob is probably like, we need to see something different, and this isn't the staff. Like the Rondo, Chris Paul situation. Things like that can be avoided. You don't see it's certain things you don't see with certain coaches happen, and these people can have all kinds of problems, be all kinds of crazy in their head, but they don't have these situations when they with certain coaches. Pop,
Yeah.
So I
do believe to a certain extent that thing was kind of a display of the fact that he doesn't have control. Because I do believe that if they were playing for Greg Popovich, they probably would never have thought to do anything of that. They would have de-escalated the thing at all points.
Definitely.
Yeah. So that is a certain. So I mean, I just think they just need somebody with that cachet, man. And personally, I think my favorite choice is actually Jason Kidd, but would be to replace Luke Walton or whatever.
Hmm.
You know,
I never thought about that. That was a good one.
yeah,
J. Kidd.
and Luke Walton actually should stay on the staff. I think he can bring something to the table if he could, mellow himself or whatever, lower himself. Or realistically, the smartest thing for him to do would be actually to just go ahead and try to hire them people himself. And show that he's not afraid of those type of coaches. There's a lot of people that I think that he could get to be assistant coaches that would, maybe bump heads with him, but would definitely add to the team and will make people better and give other players insight that he may not be able to give them. So yeah, that I think that's going to be it on that. So I think there's a me. I don't think it's a no. I just don't think he's going to get the lineups together. So he's not going to make it. So, but we love y'all out there. If you're listening out there, we want you to continue to try to watch. We're going to try to get more videos to you. Subscribe, and I'll always hit that bell button so that you get notifications when we get new videos. Thank you for those that are already subscribed, and holler at us in the comments. All right, we out.